Okay, welcome everybody. I'm so excited that everybody's here. I am going to start this off with a poll, just so I know who we're talking with today. So let me get it out here and launch this poll. You should see it on your screen. Let me know where we're at with everybody and how new you are to being a real estate agent. The topic today is marketing musts for new agents. And I will say that although while I was making this, the reason I titled it this way, and we'll get into it, was there was a Tom Ferry video about marketing musts for new agents. And I listened to it and I was like, wow, these are great ideas, but kvCORE can really help you accomplish almost all of these ideas. And so that's why I wanted to go through that today. But as I was going through it, I realized that even if you're not a new agent, this is still very applicable. So if you're that one guru that just said that they've been here for more than 10 years, stick with us because I think it'll help you know all the things you've probably already been doing, how to use kvCORE to do them better and more efficiently. So we'll do that. We've got a bunch of people answered. I think most people are less than 3 years. A couple people didn't answer me. But I just wanted to let you know it's probably applicable to everybody, but I just kind of wanted to know the audience that I was working with. So that's excellent. I'll just leave that poll up in case anybody else jumps on. I am going to share my screen back again and do my spiel. And my spiel is that you're on a success meetup today. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, you can scan this QR code, or if you're watching it today, you can scan this QR code and come to any of our future success meetups. We do these usually on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern, and hope to see you all every week with me. I usually do Thursdays, or excuse me, Wednesdays. I usually do Wednesdays, and the trainers usually do Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, that's my spiel, and I'm done. So, okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is if any of you have been to my sessions on Wednesdays, you'll know that the trainers usually make you a really pretty document that outlines everything they're going to talk about, and I usually fly by the seat of my pants. I made a document this time. So I'm going to share that document with you guys right now in the chat. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, it will be in the description of the video. Put this in the chat. And the other thing I'm going to put in the chat is to do this YouTube link. This isn't our YouTube link. This is Tom Ferry's. It's not him talking, but his channel. And this is kind of what I based this off of. These were 10 marketing musts. I did 7 of them because a few of them didn't really relate. But I just wanted to kind of give credit where credit is due. And this is kind of where I got my ideas from. But they don't talk about kvCORE at all in here. And I thought, as I was watching the whole thing, I thought, wow, you could use kvCORE to do this and this and this and this. And so we're going to go through how to do all those things today. So I'm going to share back my screen. And here is the doc. And we're just going to go one by one through these and talk about some of these marketing musts and how you can use kvCORE. And in here, and I'm not gonna put all of these in the chat, but you can go to the doc and go here. These are all extra videos, these highlighted ones that I think will be really helpful for you if you want to really take a deep dive into each of the things that I'm talking about today. So we'll do that. All right, so let me bring over my kvCORE and I'll get rid of this guy. All right, so the first marketing must for new agents is a weekly newsletter. I have a chat here. What do I don't see a document. Lacey, I'm going to share again. What's here? You should see this document on your screen, but also it's in the chat. There's a link to it in the chat. Lacey, let me know if you're still having problems or if anyone else doesn't see. Oh, you know what? I didn't send it to you guys. I'm a big fat liar. Hang on. Every time I do this, every single time, it defaults to hosts and panelists instead of everyone. So we'll do this again. Here we go. That should be the doc for you guys. My bad. And here is the YouTube link for that Tom Ferry one I talked about before. Okay, everybody should have it now. I'm so sorry. All right. I wish it defaulted the other way. Okay, cool. Everybody's got it. Right. All right, so let's start at the beginning. The beginning is the weekly newsletter, and there is a great link right here that talks, it's a whole, and I did this a couple months back on building your own newsletter in kvCORE and how to do it and how to make it. But in the video that they talk about, this is really for new agents and even for, established agents to really make sure that all the people in your database know that you are an area expert, that you know what you're talking about, that you know what's going on in real estate. And so you want to give them a valuable content. So let's talk about kind of some of the things you can put in a newsletter. You can put in market statistics. You can make a blog and link back to it in your newsletter that talks about your area, what it's like to live there, what it's like, what the market is doing, strategies for, whatever's happening. Like right now, the interest rates are bananas. Like, what is your strategy for buying a house when interest rates are this high? Like things of that nature, you're going to want to put into a blog. And I know you're going to say to me, Heather, I want to write a blog. All right, 2 options for you. Option A is in the marketplace. If everything I'm about to tell you, you're like, I don't want to do that, we'll do it for you. So in the marketplace, under done for you services right here, you can sign up for newsletters and blogs. We will make you a blog. We actually make you 2 blogs a month, and then we put them in newsletters for you and send it out for you even to your whole database if you want, with updated market statistics, information, easy buttons where they can do searches, drive traffic back. If you have some time, or if you don't have the time, because if you're a new agent, you probably do have the time and could probably do this yourself. If you're a really busy established agent, you just don't have the time, but want somebody to take care of this for you, that's what you're going to do. However, if you're going to do it yourself, the first thing you can do is you can go to quick actions and go to blog posts and make yourself a blog. The other really easy way to cheat on this is ChatGPT. So I love me some, I'm expired. Love me some ChatGPT. And if you haven't discovered the joys of it, I highly recommend going. So you could say, write me a blog post about how to buy a house when interest rates are currently so high. I just found out, by the way, that my kids have been using this to write their papers at school. Bad news bears. So it's just wrote me a great blog post. Add post. And actually, this is kind of formatted funky. You can see the gray behind it. What I'd probably do is I'd put it in a document. And then what I'd do is I would just clear the formatting on this. And do that. And then you could, you can use our editor to bold these things and that kind of stuff. But once you have that, that's the easiest way to make a blog. You could even put a picture in here by adding a picture. See if I have something that will do. Blah, blah, blah. My kid's graduation. We don't want cupcakes. La, la, la. Obviously, it could be any picture, so I don't know why I'm making all this stuff. But here, I don't know. I don't have a picture. I'll just put this in. But you can upload any picture you want. Save it. Now you've got a great blog post that you can use. Question for you later, can SEO tag kvCORE blog posts? The answer to that is no. I would definitely work in your SEO words into your blog post. ChatGPT is great for that too. You could say, write me a blog post about how to buy a house, blah, 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 with, important keywords in it or something like that, and it'll do that. Now, what you can do to answer your questions a little off topic is, you have to give it a title, which GPT gave us. Thanks, dude. There we go. So I'm going to publish that. So in your Web and IDX on your website manager, the one place you can put in SEO and keywords is your custom pages. So when you make a custom page, like if you're making a buyer's guide, for instance, I don't know what's in here. I think it's empty. Oh, it's redirected to something. But you can change what the slug is. So what the end of the URL is going to be. You can put a meta tag description in there. You can put keywords in there and all that good stuff. So that's something that I would recommend doing if you're making a custom page on your website. Okay, so that's doing a blog. And then how would you make a newsletter? And I'm going to do this real quick because, like I said, if you want to dive deep, go watch this video. But lots of people use different things like Constant Contact, MailChimp, all that stuff to do newsletters. You don't need to pay for any of that if you have kvCORE. So let's get into Web and IDX. Nope. Marketing. All marketing. Your smart campaigns and your templates. So there is a template. You do an email template. If you use your advanced editor right here, and I think actually, now that I've thought about it, I should have put this video in here too, and I will, about how to use your advanced editor. Let's find it here. There it is, email with the advanced editor. I will update the doc with this one, but here it is in the chat. But it's a drag and drop situation, so it's really easy. You put your image over here, browse. You can upload an image, or you might already have images that you've uploaded. See if I can find an image. It's already in here, so I don't have to mess with it. Here, I'll put this one in here. But you could do, obviously, make any kind of banner, anything you wanted. Then you can split your rows. You can drop in maybe a picture from your blog. Maybe here you drop in some text from your blog, maybe the first few sentences. And then you do a button underneath that is like, read more. And then you put in your link to your blog post, drive the traffic back. You can put all sorts of things in here. Like I said, I'm not going to go through it because you can go into that deep dive and we wouldn't have time to get to all 7 things on our list today. But this is a great way to build a newsletter template. Like I said, it's all drag and drop, really important. Once you have it built, you just clone it, resend it out every month, just change out the stuff. One thing I wanted to make real clear, and I'm going to do this to put a little divider in here. And I'm going to put in some more rows. The buttons are excellent for call to actions. So if you watch that video, the Tom Ferry video, he talks about having calls to action in your newsletter. Newsletters are great just to kind of keep top of mind with people, but you really want to invite people to interact with you. So some great ideas for calls to action is you can put a button here. It says, call me. And over here, you can say, make a call and put your telephone number right here. If they click that button on a phone, it's going to preload your phone number and all they have to do is hit send. Another good button to do is, let's grab coffee. And here you're going to put your URL to your Calendly or any other scheduling software that you might have. Make a Calendly, for those that you don't know what Calendly is. There it is. It's this, and it's free. You can get a free one. I think you get one meeting type for free, but basically give you a link where people can schedule right into your calendar, right? So maybe it's like, let's do coffee, and you just have, 8:30 in the morning every Tuesday and Thursday set up for those times, and you can set it up that way that they could schedule in and grab coffee with you whenever they want. You can also do things that are going to drive them back to your website. So maybe it's button, get your home value. And then you put your sell page in here. And if you don't know what your sell page is, it is right on your website. Let's see, let's find your website actually. My website, this is my demo account. But your sell page is right up here. You might have done something else, call it something else. So then all of the people in your database can find out what their home is worth, and you get to find out what their home is worth, and you get to find out what their address is, all that good stuff, right? So you can do some other, where am I at here? Some other buttons you can do are quick searches, like what's the most popular search in your area? Is it homes with pools right now because it's hot outside? Is it, home 3-bedroom homes under X amount, next neighborhood that everybody's trying to get into? You just want to send them straight to your search page. They can search for whatever they want to. Invite them to interact with you by easy call to action buttons. So that is my first tip on there. My second one is a market report. Having a market report that you can give to people is super important because it shows that you are a person who knows what's going on in the market. Fortunately, kvCORE makes it super easy and does a market report for you. So I'm going to cancel out of here. There are a couple of different ways to get a market report. I'm just going to go here. So you can set everyone up in your database with a market report if you want to. And you just pick the area. It could be a city. It could be, I can't remember what unless my thing is hooked up to. There you go, maybe. No, this happens every time because I have like 6 accounts. Let's see, listings are in here. Yonkers, huh? All right, fine. La la la. There I go. No contacts. Joe Buyer. But you can pick Yonkers from wherever. It can be a city, it could be a state, not a state, it can be a city, a county, a neighborhood, a zip code, anything you want it to be. And this will pre-fill and it'll drop down and you'll choose it. I think it's going slowly because I'm zooming. But you can do it as often as you want. I think unless somebody's really interested, every 28 days is probably your best bet. Oh, there it is, Yonkers. So Yonkers, city of Yonkers. So every 28 days, it's going to send that. You can even send it right now if you want to. Now, here's the cool thing. In their, in that Tom Ferry video, he said to hand deliver it to your neighborhood once a quarter. Telling the people in your neighborhood, they get used to seeing your face. They know you're the neighbor. Go door knock and give them information about their own specific neighborhood. Your neighborhood can pull, if it pulls in the MLS, it can pull there. If it doesn't, you could use your zip code. Okay. Now I'm going to get out of here and go back. The thing is, you're like, well, hand deliver it. What am I going to do? You can take whatever you did, and it hasn't actually sent it yet. It's done now. You can take it out of here and print it, send it to yourself, print it out, walk around, give it to everybody. It's a really nice market report that you can send to everybody. It's taking a while because I'm zooming, like I said. Okay, let's go to the next thing here. Oh, I put this in here. Talks about powering up your automations. It's another video. It does go over our market reports and that kind of stuff too, if you're interested in all your other automations that happen in kvCORE. So it's a good video to watch. The next thing they talk about is video in general. And I know that half of you are like, I'm never doing video. I don't want video. I don't like the way I look. I don't like, how I look on video. I don't want to do it. And if you're not going to do that, is it possible to be successful if you don't do that? Of course it's possible, but it is not probable. I mean, video is really where everything is going in this day and age. And if you're not doing video, I think really, really believe you're behind the 8 ball. Just put yourself out there. No one cares what you look like. Honestly, they care what you have to say. They care what kind of information you're giving them and what you're showing them. So if you do video, and this isn't kvCORE related, but you can put this sphere into your sphere's feed. And by feed, I mean social media. Get all this video on social media. Do a talking head video explaining what's happening with the market right now. Do a local spotlight. Go to like your local restaurant in your neighborhood, turn the camera around and talk about, what you had for lunch there and how great it is. They're going to appreciate them. You can tag them, their business, all that good stuff in your post. People know that you know what's up. Andrew says, I've gone from deer in headlights, terrified to totally comfortable in 6 months. It's just repetition. And Andrew, you're so right. It totally is. And you just have to do it. You just have to take the plunge. Property tours is another one. You're going to say, well, I don't have any listings. Talk to other agents in your office. Hey, can I do a property tour and post it online? Just kind of doing a walkthrough video, showing my people what's up. They're going to love that because they're trying to get that house sold, right? So those are great videos to do, and you can put them out on social media. However, if you're going to make the time and do all those videos, my goodness, send those videos out to your database as well. Okay. So in kvCORE, here is the market thing. I'm just going to show it to you real fast. Here's your market report, average price, view the market report. And when they do that, it's a really, really nice market report that you can print out and send to people. Of course, it's going to take 8 years for it to load again because I'm zooming. We'll come back to it. But in kvCORE, as I jump around, you have this awesome thing called Core Video. Now, it does cost extra money. You can send 10 free videos a month, but I highly recommend if you're doing video anyway, don't shortchange yourself. Go into the marketplace, go to Core Video. It is $30 a month. It's probably less than, lunch that you're spending on yourself every month. And get it. What it does is it allows you to pull in video to your text messages and emails for kvCORE. And you get a BombBomb. It's really what it is BombBomb. It's BombBomb integrated with kvCORE. So let me get here. I'll show you. I have it through kvCORE. And you can even hook it up to your Gmail. It doesn't have to go through kvCORE. You get an actual BombBomb account. For instance, there's my email, and I can just click here and I can select a video, or I can record a video, or do whatever I want to in my Gmail, straight out of my Gmail. And if you've hooked up your Gmail to kvCORE, which you absolutely should do. Now, I haven't done it because I'm not really an agent, but you should do this because this is a total aside. This is how you keep stuff from going to spam. If you haven't done this, please do it. Basically, with kvCORE, when we send an email out on your behalf, it goes through a relay masked email, which everybody sees as spam. But if you connect your Google, or if you have Outlook, one of the two, you're giving us permission to send it through your actual email address. And when we do that, then Google and all those people say, oh, this is a real email address. This isn't a relay email or a masked email or anything like that. And it's much more likely not to go to spam. So if you haven't done that yet, do that. It's a little plug there to make sure that happens. But anyway, anything you do in your Gmail, if you send it from there, will pull right into your kvCORE if you've connected it anyway, if those people with that email are in your kvCORE database. So do yourself a favor and send it out. we'll go back to your marketing. So again, if you're making that newsletter, or maybe you're just mass emailing somebody, maybe you're saying happy birthday, maybe you're saying Merry Christmas, like whatever you're doing in the advanced editor, you can drag that core video over and pick a video that you've made and add it in, right? So if you're going to take the time to make these videos, put them in here. Andrew wants to know what the length limit is. I don't think there is a length limit. I will get back to you if that is the case, but I'm 99% sure there is not a length limit. However, that said, don't send an hour video to people. Nobody's going to watch that. The best thing you can do is send a video that's less than a minute long. If you're putting, even on social media, it has to be quick. Maybe you're doing a tour and it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes maybe, but geez Louise, do not make it longer than that. No one's going to sit through that. Make it as fast as you can. Sadly, in this day and age, that's what you have to do. Okay, so you're going to put your video in here and you can send it. So that is my tip for the videos. And the other one I'd really love for you guys to go with is 10 quickie videos to add to your campaigns. If you're making videos, I go through 10 videos I want you to record less than a minute, and dropping them into different campaigns will definitely help you, when you're trying to connect with these leads. They're seeing your face, they're hearing your voice. It's important. Okay. Where am I on time? Okay, we're about halfway done and I'm about halfway through. Okay. Networking. This is going to be quick, but get all agents and vendors into your CRM. I have so many people when we do a setup service, and I'll plug that too. If you're new, you might want to think about doing it. Marketplace, done for you. We have a setup service where we do like your SEO pages and we help you with the website. But one of the things on here is we help you upload all your contacts. And people will say, oh, but I have all these people in there that they're not leads. Everybody is a lead. All the agents are leads because they're not going to, obviously buy a house from you, but they can refer to you where they can help you get things bought or sold, and you want a good working relationship with them. All your vendors, everybody you know in your life, your dry cleaner, everybody's a lead. These are networking opportunities. So go think back to the newsletter, and you're showing yourself as an area expert, or maybe you're doing a mass email with the, video you just made about your local restaurant, whatever it is, you want those people in there. Now in kvCORE, I know people are like, well, yeah, but I don't want all that other stuff going out to these people. And that is important. You're right. When you're doing that, if Joe Buyer was not a Joe Buyer, but he was your roofer or another agent, vendor is a great spot to put them in, or if they're an agent, to put them in and take them out of the buyer, seller, renter status. A lot of the automation that happens in kvCORE is triggered on being one of these. Hardly anything is triggered by being one of these two. Okay. Get them in there so that when you are sending that newsletter out or that video out or that just listed out, you can include them on those mass communications, but you're not bugging them with like a listing alert or whatever, right? But you still want to you can use kvCORE as a great marketing tool for referrals and all that good stuff. So I just wanted to slip that in there really quickly and say, get them all in there. Everybody should be in the CRM. Your CRM is your source of truth for everybody that you know in your whole life. Okay, never ever, don't do that. All right. Okay, so request reviews. Reviews are really important in kvCORE. Here. In your website manager. Here are your testimonials right here. You have to have at least one for it to show up on your website. And I've had it happen where people are like, well, I connected my Zillow and it's still not showing up on my website. And the problem is, in order for it to show up, you need at least one. Here's your testimonials. I really am the best. Totally. Right here. It'll show up right here on your website. And see, Heather is the best. If you don't have one of those, even if you've connected Zillow, it's not going to show up. So get one on there, connect your Zillow reviews if you have them. Now you're going to say, I'm a brand new agent, Heather, and I have no reviews whatsoever. Here's the problem. If you don't have any reviews anywhere, when people Google you or look you up and see nothing, they get a little nervous. So have other people, you can't do it on Zillow because Zillow, there has to almost be like a transaction and then they can review you, I think. They might not be able to, I'm not sure how that works exactly, but like Google My Business, Google reviews, Facebook reviews, anybody can write those. Talk to your best friend, talk to your mom, talk to every people in your life and say, hey, can you just do me the favor of going on there and reviewing me? It doesn't even have to be like you bought or sold a home with me. Like Heather is a really great person. She has the most integrity of anyone I've ever known. She will not steer you wrong. She will, she's loyal, blah, blah, blah. Get some reviews in there, at least a few, so that you don't look like you have nothing. Okay, it's really important. And no matter where they put the review in the world, you can come in here and copy and paste it right onto your website. Okay. There is a, trying to remember the video I did it in. I think I did it in the Sphere and Past Client one. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Let me look. It is. That's what I did. Put this one in here too, and I'll also add it to I'll update the doc. But in here is a share code for a just closed smart campaign. So when you do finally get some closings, you can put these people on it, and that campaign will ask for reviews. The other thing you can do is send them, you go in and this is in there in that campaign that you can put in. The very first one is asking for referrals, or not referrals, reviews in your Smart CRM. Nope, sorry. In your campaigns. Let's see if I can find it. No. Yeah, here it is, right? This is in that campaign. But if you have this, instead of saying, hey, will you do this? Go in and edit it and add the links to where they can do it. Links to your Google reviews, link it out to your Zillow reviews, link it out to your Facebook page, and make it super, super easy for people to review you once you had a transaction with them. Okay? Really important. Okay. In fact, I will that right in here actually, while I'm thinking about it, so I don't forget. Okay, right here. Okay. Now, CMAs for your sphere. I cannot stress this enough. Everybody in your life that owns a house is a potential seller client for you. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be next week. It might be 5 years from now. But if you're the one that's sending them information about what their house is worth and what the market is doing from now until that day, you are going to be the default person that they look to when they're ready to sell that house. You're going to be the person that immediately comes to their mind and lets them know. Here's a couple automations that you can do. First of all, number one, in your kvCORE platform, let's find someone. Let's find Joe Buyer. And let's say Joe Buyer is your cousin. And oh goodness, this is in Yonkers. This is not going to work. Need to find an actual address. So my Yonkers, New York. Well, actually, this is a bad idea. Let's do it this way. Let's go to listings. Let's go to, have Yonkers. Oh, there, here we go. Top acres, no. I guess I have all these things in mind. Let's do this. Franklin, 85 Franklin Street. Let's say that that's where Joe Byer lives. Right there. It's going to put it all in. It'll find it on Google Maps for you and everything. So this is where he lives. For every single person in your database that you have their address for, set them up on a search alert, and you're going to say, Heather, what are you talking about? These people aren't looking for a house. They live there. Do it anyway. Draw it on the map. Put their address in. And if you do that, it's going to kind of zoom in on their address. And if you keep hitting the plus sign, you're going to get all the way down. So he lives on 85 Franklin Street. It'll be right in the middle. Like probably their house is like right here. Okay. Draw an area around their house. Very specific, right? They don't care if someone across town or even somewhere across their zip code lists their home, but you better believe it. If somebody lists their house down the street from them or the block behind them, they want to know about it. You're going to be the one to tell them about it. With this one automation, you set this up one time and forever for the next 5, 10, 20 years, whenever anybody lists their house right down the street from your cousin Joe Buyer or Joe Seller, he's going to know about it and you're going to be the one to tell him about it. Super important. You can even do this ASAP because obviously it's not going to happen very often, right? And you can set that alert up. It's the number one thing you can do for those people. Number two thing is you can set them up on a listing valuation. So once a month, oh, there's actually things listed right near there. Cool. Once a month, you can tell them, hey, this is what your home is worth, dude. I'm keeping an eye on it for you. Right here. So this is what your house is worth. Every month, it's going to, every single month for the rest of this person's life, they're going to get an email from you that tells them what your house is worth. Super important. If you have the home ownership app, not everybody has this. This is relatively new. If you're EXP, you have it. Some smaller brokerages have it. Something the brokerage has to buy for you. But if you have it, send them this. This keeps track of their home value for you as well. Super important. The last thing you can do for them is a core present. You may or may not have core present. It's something that, again, your broker can buy for you guys. If you have this, and I'm not going to go over it today, how to do it, but it is a interactive CMA that I highly recommend sending out to every Sphere person you have. They will care about it. Once you make this CMA, you can refresh it once a year and send it out to them. Make it a part of your list, like do 5 a day, right? What else are you going to do if you're brand new, right? Do 5 a day. You will get a heat map back showing you what they clicked on. It's all interactive. It's very cool. It would take me the entire hour to show you how to do it. Two things. One, right here, I did a whole thing on how to customize it to like really make it yours and put your own logos in and put your own information in because it is like a listing presentation almost. But if you want to learn how to use that sucker, go to your dashboard, go to your training calendar. And if you're on the Eastern, pick your time zone on Tuesday mornings, because it's not morning on the East Coast, but for the rest of us it is. There's a core present, quick start, and Q&A. Learn how to use this tool because if you have it, like I said, it doesn't come with kvCORE automatically. It's something, it is an add-on that your broker buys for you. If your broker spent the money on this, do not walk away from it. It is super valuable. It is super powerful. Learn how to use it and do it. Okay, we're on my time. Oh, I'm almost, okay, I'm good. The very last thing that they talk about on this video down here is open houses. If you are a new agent, the easiest way for you to get clients is to do open houses. So the people that are walking around in the open house are potential customers. They may have an agent, but they may not have an agent. They may need an agent and you might be their agent. But the other thing you can do with open houses is you can canvass the neighborhood. You can meet the neighbors. They're going to come to the open houses and you would, whatever. You start building your list of people. So we have an open house app in kvCORE. It is, where is it? I never do it. It moved where it was. Hang on. Here it is, download mobile app. So there's a mobile app you can download that's just kvCORE on your phone. But right here is your open house app. Okay. When you do this app and you put in their information, you put in the information of the open house and they sign in when they come in the door, their information goes straight into your kvCORE and automation kicks off. They're going to automatically get a listing alert based on homes that are similar to the one they just looked at. They're automatically going to get the home open house campaign that goes and talks to them about stuff. It's all automated. It helps you stay in front of them and it builds your database up, right? All those people that came through that open house are now part of your database. Think about all the things we talked about before about newsletters and videos and all that stuff. They're going to start seeing you. They're going to start interacting with you. This is what you want to do and get them into your database really early. I put this in here. This has nothing to do really with kvCORE, but our Brant, one of our guys who's in charge of coaching and success, he led a really successful team in New York, actually, and he did a great video. It was a success meetup on strategies for open houses, scripts, all sorts of stuff. I highly recommend checking this video out. Okay, I think I flew through it and we still have about 15 minutes left for questions. Yay. Let me know if you have questions in the chat, questions in the Q&A, either way you want to go, about any of these topics or anything kvCORE related. I can answer any questions you might have at all. Who's got questions for me? Where do I get the sheet with the live links? Carolyn, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. I'm so sorry if I'm screwing it up. I will copy the link again and put it in the chat one more time for you. So it's right here. Anybody else have questions for me? Anybody? Oh, come on. You're brand new. You must want to know how to do something. Nothing? All right. Well, it was super great to be able to share this time with you guys. I'm gonna do a little plug for next week. Next week, I'm going to talk about your Google My Business and setting that up and then packing it with links for lead generation. So I highly recommend you come see me next week. Next Wednesday, I'll be there, and that's what I'll be doing that topic on. I think it'll be really fun. And we'll go from there. Okay, well, if people have any other questions, I will close it down. I'll give you one last call out for questions, anything at all kvCORE related, how to do this or that. Open season here. No? All right. Well, thank you guys for spending this time with me, and I'm so glad that you were able to come, and definitely check out these. Oh, you're welcome, Andrew. I think it's awesome too. You're welcome, guys. Definitely check out these other videos though, because they are really, really great to help you out. And again, I'm going to do one more shameless plug since I'm here for the Done For You services. I head this up. And so anything that you're looking to do, you need some extra campaigns, need set up, newsletters, holiday stuff, recruiting stuff, or you just want a consultation with me, we do a bunch of other things. Come see me there. Okay. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your week and stay cool out there. I'll talk to everybody later. Bye, everybody.